A warm welcome, everybody, from a venue that has seen plenty of sensational laps over the years. Remember, Verstappen in 23, Vettel in 2019, some phenomenal pole laps. But whose will it be today?
Okay, that's all the checks complete, we're ready to go. Top 5 cars as things stand: Norris, Bortoletto, Hadja, Doohan and Gasly. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. They're currently 5th. Okay, we can take you this lap. So, just ahead of us in this session at the moment are, so the current fastest lap, 1 minute 30.7. Verstappen, Albon and Ocon. And just behind us are Norris, Bortoletto and Hadja. Ocon ahead. Right, their best lap, 1:32.2. Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race. We come to you live today from the Mie Prefecture in the south of Japan's Honshu Island for a race that has seen many title deciders over the years. Some simple, some controversial, but all contributing to a legacy that makes the Japanese Grand Prix an indispensable stop in any Formula One season. 18 corners make up a lap of the incredible figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit, with 10 to the right and 8 to the left, for a distance of 3.6 miles. Average lap speeds around here are fairly quick. If it stays dry, then expect somewhere in the region of 136 miles per hour. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Albon, Lando Norris, and Hamilton, Colapinto, Piastri, Sainz, and Esteban Ocon, Surfer Girl, Tsunoda, Aiden Jackson, and Stroll, Bortoletto, Behrman, Callie Mayer and Nico Hulkenberg, Hadja, Antonelli, Doohan, and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me today, a man small in stature but big on comment, Anthony Davidson. Hello. Glorious Suzuka. It's a bit like Silverstone, an iconic track for which we couldn't have an F1 season without it, and so much for the drivers to think about around here.
Absolutely, Crofty. The only figure-of-8 circuit that we have on the calendar, and you kind of wonder, why don't we have more? Because it's such a good format. The drivers love this track. It's got a great flow to it, a fantastic circuit, not the best for overtaking, but my goodness, from inside the car, it's a real treat for the drivers.
Here we go then, the formation lap is underway and the track temperature looks warm. That may or may not play into some of the team's hands in today's race. We're almost ready to start the race as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
Right, let's focus now for the rest of the race. DRS now enabled. DRS enabled. Okay mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD. Okay, caution, caution, virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta on your dash. Safety car, no overtaking, reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. Understood, copy that. Okay, off we go, back into the race. You only have to stop once now, one stop left. Doing ahead, and the time last lap 1 minute 44.0. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Okay, this is not your true position. They haven't pitted yet, so don't waste time fighting them. They're going to be coming in soon. Return the position immediately or we're going to get penalised. There's no overtaking during the safety car period. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap. Okay, Pierre's dropped out of the race. Okay, clear. Get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do. Systems all looking good, head down. Is behind you. Time last lap 2 minutes 03.1. They're on fresh mediums. We think they've got one more stop. The car behind has some damage to its front wing, but pace is currently unaffected. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Okay mate, right, that front wing damage is going to hurt us. We've really got to look after it now. Let's put everything into protecting that front wing, please. Pace, you're catching the car in front by about a second a lap. The gap between you and the car behind is increasing by a significant amount each lap. Good job. Flag. And that's Mayer ahead of you now. And the time last lap, 1:37.7. Okay, gap ahead, 0.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap. Amazing. just ahead. Push, push. Time last lap, 1 minute 38.6. And gap to the car in front, 1.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 8 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Okay, so you're gaining by around 0.6 a lap. Tyre wear rates are lower than we expected. Stay out a little longer if you can. Copy that. Let's go, come on! We're both on a two-stopper, but they've got one more stop to make. Let's get past if we can, but don't overdo it because they'll be in soon. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. The fastest lap at the moment, 1:34.6. Bortoletto is ahead of you. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 1.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. We think they've got one more stop. Okay, so the car ahead's come in and fitted the soft tyre. Yeah, really good job on hitting that target, mate. Nice work. Still a long way to go, though. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. Bortoletto's behind you now, and the time last lap, 1 minute 58.8. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. We think they've got 1 more stop. Okay, clear. Doohan's ahead of you. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 11 laps old now. Time last lap, 1:39.9. We think they've got 1 more stop. The car ahead has some front wing damage, but it's not losing too much pace yet. Just be aware. Pinto ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 23.2 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Tyre condition still looking good. Jackson ahead. They've just entered the pits. Okay, gap to the car in front, 7.7 seconds. Okay, mate, lap times are a little erratic at the moment. Let's try and close up the difference between them. Okay, careful with the overtakes. That was a bit risky. We could have received a penalty. Stroll is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead, 8.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 6 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap, 1 minute 38.8. And you're closing by 0.4 a lap. Keep it going. Gap to the car in front, 7.6 seconds. Okay, you're in the top 10. Overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Stroll ahead. Time last lap, 1:37.1. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 9.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. All right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 8.2 seconds. Remember to adjust your ERS mode and your MFD if you need to. seconds ahead of you. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 23.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Leclerc ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now. Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap. Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes. Okay, gap to the car in front, 5.4 seconds. We think we might see some rain, ETA about 15 minutes. Dry's definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Don't forget, box this lap. Push, use your overtake button, let's go. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Okay mate, okay, Russell's behind you now. We want to keep them behind please, it's critical for our race. Okay, gap ahead, 10.2 seconds. And we've got 16 laps of fuel left, 16 laps. Okay, clear. There's been some damage to the underbody. Expect the car to feel some impact. Systems all looking good. Head down. Russell behind, they're on fresh mediums. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres, and the time last lap, 1 minute 44.2. P6, you got P6. Okay, gap to leader, 43.4 seconds. Leclerc is ahead of you, and gap to the car in front, 15.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, Russell's behind you now. They're on fresh mediums. Your pit window's now open. Pit window is open. All right, 6 laps to go now. Aware the car behind has newer tyres. Car behind on newer tyres. You know what to do. You're losing 2 seconds a lap to the car behind. 2 seconds. Leclerc ahead. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 18.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. Time last lap, 1:34.4. Their tyres are 5 laps old. You're losing 4 seconds a lap here. Try to pick up the pace if you can. Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive. Okay, remember to pit this lap. Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive. Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 23.6 seconds. Flag. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Keep on him, he might make a mistake. Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate. Final lap, push, push. And you've got P 7th place. Colapinto just ahead. Let's go. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. That's Behrman behind you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap. As things stand right now, we'll be 4th in the championship. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 2.7 seconds. All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
It's another victory and a champion's performance from Max Verstappen.
And that's 2 wins in a row now. It's the start of potentially something special, but they can't get ahead of themselves just yet. It's a long way to go.
We had drama from start to finish, but in the end, there was only ever one that could take that top spot. But there can only be one on the top step. Your number 1, Max Verstappen. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.